since she started this election, since she announced the candidacy, he's only raised about 500 million, and most of that came from, I think it was from campaign contributions. So he's raised half of what she's raised. He has spent about half of what she spent on TV spending. So ironically, as much as he's attacked the media, the controversial things he has said, the media keeps broadcasting him on TV. He's gotten for free. So he's gotten free airtime from them, even though he's attacked them. Yeah.
I think the media, again, is something that we should look at here. And if we put that in comparison to what we see here in Nigeria, and even with the regulator, the NBC, there's so many things that have actually gone unchecked, even calling her a nasty woman, and so many other things. How would you say the media is, it comes to the question of freedom?
Well, you remind me of the work by Professor Phillips, titled Mediacracy, that in America is the media that actually dictates where people go, how they vote. The media, they're a powerful group. And don't forget, Donald Trump himself was a beneficiary of exposure in the media with his reality show and what have you. Now he can be blaming the media, but when he was firing people on his program, he was applauded. So I think one has to wash with cynical acid whatever Donald Trump says. In fact, at the outset of this discussion, it took my daughter to tell me that Donald Trump went to the Wharton School. My kids went to UPenn. So I never believed that Donald Trump would go to the same university that my children attended. Because unlike Hillary Clinton, she was classmate of Bill and reputed to be smarter than Bill at Yale Law School.
Yes.
But look at Donald Trump. He's not an idiot. So he's a consummate manipulator. In fact, I call him an unrefined scarecrow. You know, a rabble-rouser, and even a dangerous social demagogue. And he's used his Twitter handle, which is modern media, social media, to put his message across. He will be writing messages at 3 o'clock in the morning, and the media, American media, will take it up. So really, we can't dismiss Donald Trump. He recognizes what the reality of America, and he played according to the American romance with the media. So, but nobody will believe that the media went out against him. No. Although I know the liberal media, like my friend said, New York Times, Washington Post, definitely they wouldn't endorse a Donald Trump. Donald Trump is somebody that some members of the American media love to hate. So, but in the Nigerian setting, we don't really have a media policy. Apart from your channel station during the elections, which had all sorts of things, and you brought all sorts of people here. Nobody will say that channels is APC, or even look at NTA. Now they are singing a different tune. I now see that they are trying to be even-handed. So something has rubbed off on the Nigerian media. So we are growing. Our democracy is still a work in progress.
Absolutely. Before we leave, just if we can share about 30 seconds lessons learned from our democracy. I'd like to take Professor Dokubo first.
You know, like the professor said, our democracy is work in progress in the sense that, you know, if you go back 15, 20 years back, and then look at what has happened to elections when people go and burn people's houses, destroy things and all. Now the court is being used, you know, as a way to deal with the issues that people normally carry on about. So we are learning. It could be too little, too late, but we are learning. And I think with time, most of these things that really appear to be bad in our democracy and all that will be a thing of the past. I strongly believe that we are learning the ropes, and as we continue, consolidation of democracy will take root.
Oh yeah, well, look, I was explaining the swing states analogy this summer. I found myself using the Middle Belt and the Southwest, going by the elections, the free and fair elections, generally free and fair elections that we had in 2011 and 2015, how they flipped from Goodluck Jonathan in 2011 to Buhari in 2015. That's progress, that we can actually get a trend, at least for me, that enjoys looking at stats from elections and so on, that, you know, I could use Nigeria as an example to talk talk about battleground or swing states. So, as the professor has rightly said, it is progress. It's in the right direction, and we can only hope for even better days, 2019 and beyond.
Well, I don't know, because quite sincerely, I think Nigerians voted against Jonathan, not necessarily for Buhari. So, and that's why it took Buhari so long to get his act together. And Jonathan was so magnanimous in accepting defeat graciously, and the victorious party, Buhari, took everything in his strides. But you look at what Nigeria is now. If the elections were to be conducted today, I'm sure the results might be different.
Okay, Professor Oyebode, I would like to thank you very much, Professor Charles Dokubo and Aroture Odiri. Many thanks, gentlemen, for finding time to come in the traffic to join us. Very quickly here, the breaking story we're getting is that Hillary Clinton has won in the U.S. territory of Guam, and although it has no electoral vote, and the residents are U.S. citizens and have correctly predicted every president since 1980. And as we leave, just remember, with both candidates spewing some of the most shocking comments in the past days before now, it will be very apt and correct when some close watchers say it's the dirtiest in living history of elections in the country. Trump called people who did not vote for him stupid. Clinton had also called some Republicans a basket of deplorables. My take: both candidates can't claim high moral ground, as both are guilty of divisive campaigning, and that is thumb down for both. That's our program tonight. Many thanks for being there for us.